In just over 30 days since the Florida 6-week abortion ban took effect in the state of Florida, overturning the previous 15-week ban.
And this morning, WPTV, we're staying with it. We're diving into what it's been like inside those clinics since then. Brooke Chow reporting live right outside of Planned Parenthood in West Palm Beach.
And Brooke, we know you have been staying on top of this story. What has the last 30 days or so been like behind those doors?
Well, it's been a challenge here at Planned Parenthood, but that's what they were anticipating. Again, this is an important topic, and I said last time that I was here that it's not a one-day, two-day conversation, and it's still not a one-month, two-month conversation. This is something that we're going to be talking about for a long time because it impacts all sides, especially ahead of the November election. So I asked Planned Parenthood, what have you gone through the past 30 days? What are those challenges or maybe even some of those successes that you have faced directly? And they tell me that they've seen an uptick in the amount of people that they've had to turn away to seek abortion care in another state. That number is 120 women that they've had to redirect to go to nearby states like North Carolina or Virginia to seek that abortion care after 6 weeks. But right now, really, the main focus is moving forward.
I think over the next month, we're going to be able to reach more and more people and let them know, or they'll find out, what our state restrictions are. I think there's also a lot of movement in the community to help educate the community on how they can make changes and expand access to abortion care.
So ultimately, the answer is yes, they have felt that direct impact here at home, having to navigate to those patients that need that abortion care and direct them to places that offer it.
Brooke, last time, you really went in depth, too, on the local Right to Life orgs and activists anticipating that May 1st date on the calendar. What work have they done in the past month?
Well, you have to think about it. Palm Beach County Right to Life, they come out to these abortion clinics, not just around this past month, but they've been doing it for a while now. And they came the past 30 days and they tell me that they've noticed a lot of cars in the parking lot, an influx in the amount of people. And they wanted answers on that. That was really concerning to them. So they reached out to Attorney General Ashley Moody about this and wrote her a letter. I have a copy of that letter that I want to read to you. It says, in quote, "What I saw at Presidential was beyond shocking. In the almost 15 years that I've been praying across the street from Palm Beach County's most notorious abortion mill, I have never seen a busier day at that facility. I was there from 10 to 11 a.m. and in that one full hour, I counted 20 women walking into that facility." Again, these anti-abortion activists and organizations, their goal isn't to protest out here. They are praying and offering help for those that need it, seeking that abortion care. But ultimately, I brought this up to Planned Parenthood about the influx of cars that these organizations have been seeing, and they tell me that they offer other services besides abortion care, which is their explanation to all of this.
Yeah, let's look ahead now, Brooke. This is shaping up to be a big motivation for voters come November. A recent Kaiser Family Foundation survey shows abortion is a top issue for 1 in 8 voters ahead of the November election. Earlier this year, the state Supreme Court ruled that voters will have a final say on this issue with Amendment 4 on the ballot, a measure that, if approved, would protect abortion up to 24 weeks. Advocates on both sides of the issue will be counting on that voter turnout, of course. The threshold needed for Amendment 4 to be approved is 60%.